I feel like I spent a good chunk of May talking about games rather than playing them, but the fun I had when I did makes me always glad for when I get that free time with my controller. The final part of my Comfort series' biggest game kept me company during my commutes, and there was also some extra game ventures to put that variety into my year that I always appreciate, especially with one of them being a good contender for Game of the Year. It's been a great trip down nostalgia lane recently, but I'm also excited to see new things on the horizon, so for now, here are the JRPGs I played in May. After finishing Atelier Ryza 2DX in April, it was great to come into May clean into another one, as I got close to halfway into Ryza's third DX journey and fully finished his Seti and Clifford episode. In order to play Clifford and Ceri's episode though, I took some initial time with it to see where it was in the story, as figuring out where these episodes sit in Ryza was one of the main goals of my DX playthrough so I could enjoy them too, with Clifford and Ceri's finding them mostly near Sardonica but in another part of Karia for most of the extra story, so you don't have to do too much to enjoy their story, and I've detailed the rest of the episode timings in a short I made recently. Because I couldn't know if Ceri and Clifford would link to Ryza's journey, I spent most of the month getting to the end of Sardonica just in case, relearning how to use secret keys, riding across vast lands, and remembering the story, with my journey yet to be blessed by the new Wimby, so mostly feeling like a replay with new party members for now. This isn't a bad thing, as after getting invested in the story so much this year, especially as I focus when I play these days, means I'm getting a good balance of questing and absorbing the main story, with any new parts meaning more with the world fresh in my mind. And speaking of, the new Clifford and Ceri pop brought something special to this DX playthrough, and I encourage everyone to do it, as I was surprised how special their dynamic felt. Ceri's quiet and upfront nature paired with Clifford's romantic treasure hunting is an odd pair that I never knew I'd love, and once again, paired with warm memories style dungeon mechanics felt fresh, and I wonder if it's a small hint of what we can expect to see in the next Atelier, which was just announced as I was making this. My 3DX adventure will continue in June, with it likely meaning the end of my Ryza DX journeys, and the video I've been working on about it will come too. It's bittersweet as I've loved these playthroughs, but I'm also glad these DX versions could give me the Ryza replay experience I've always wanted, and I'm looking forward to my final experiences with it, as well as the time it'll free up for new things. Occasionally, all it takes is one person to ask me to play something, and when I got a comment asking if I could review Neverness to Everness or NTE, while I wouldn't let it take from my Ryza DX activities, I thought why not fit it in before the end of the month. I know it's had its AI controversy since, but I've been wanting to try it since TGS last year, where its art looked cool, and I'm still committed to not getting sucked into service games these days anyway, so I decided just dipping a toe in was fine, and was very impressed with what I treated like a tech demo of sorts, as its visuals really show how good anime aesthetics can look in a game. It's definitely taken inspiration from more stylish JRPGs like Persona, with how cool its special attacks and cut-ins look, but also feels very familiar if you've ever played anything like Genshin, with its cutscene layout looking pretty familiar. Additionally, its English VO felt fun and approachable from the start, letting me know I could enjoy this game if I really wanted to. My 40 minutes with it meant I never got near its gacha mechanics, which is probably for the best, and clearly I already have plenty of games I've already paid for it to get through, so I'm happy to keep my time with NTE brief, and it's nice to have seen a little of what's trying to be the next big service game. I'm curious to hear if any of you guys have any NTE thoughts. Did the AI assets controversy ruin it for you, or are you against service games anyway, as that seems to be the general consensus on here? Personally, I'm glad I had the excuse to at least see what this was about, and hope to see it make a benchmark for visuals for other things, as I try to keep my console time to console things and the completed worlds I like to play. As I was making videos, there were a couple more things I jumped into to talk about, including a 20th anniversary return to one thing and another dip into a new experience. The highlight of my small game ventures in May was my time with the Adventures of Elliot demo, which, thanks to its action take on HD 2D and a good protagonist, had me hoping I end up getting to it. From its meaty demo, I played a little over an hour and was impressed by its dungeon and how good of a JRPG world it seems like it'll be. I made an impressions short about it, going into more detail well, and in keeping an eye on it in June, as hopefully if I get through Atelier Ryza 3, I can spend more time with it. I also loved my brief time back in .hack.geo Lost Recode for its 20th anniversary, with it being the first time I'd gone back to it after 9 years. It was nice to remember how interesting a world it was. It really is a snapshot of that time's internet culture, and even the quirky nature of games at that point, with its gym spheres and dungeon events, so I'll dream of another full replay of it at some point. But for now, you can check out my short talking more about it if you want to reminisce too. And as June gets moving and games are dropping, it's some of these experiences and more I'm thinking about as the JRPG year keeps going. During the past week of JRPG announcements, it's been easy to keep JRPGs on the brain as they keep coming. My Atelier Ryza 3DX playthrough is going strong past its halfway point, meaning I'm trying to focus on that, and that unfortunately meant I missed my window to jump back into Final Fantasy VII Rebirth as it just came out for Xbox and Switch too, but I hope to find another chance again before Revelation comes. Until then, the next big thing coming is the Adventures of Elliot, coming on the 18th, which is speeding up my Ryza 3DX playthrough just a little because I'm very curious about this original HD 2D story, and with it looking so good, I think it has Game of the Year potential. I'm really hoping to play beyond its demo and get some time with the full game. With all the recent announcements, I'm grateful for all the quality things we have to play these days, both now and on the horizon, as we can look forward to many things. So as always, I hope you're all having fun playing lots of good things and dreaming of all the great things to come as June proves to be another month of playing great games. Thank you for watching this video. Let me know in the comments below what you played in May and what you plan to play this month. You can like and share this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to my channel for more JRPG content like this, and ring that bell to get notifications on whenever I post so you don't miss a thing. You can check out more videos here, and you can find me on social media on X, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, all at JRPG Jungle. Links to those will be in the description below, and until next time, thank you, bye!